for somebody like you, even with this nuclear deal that Obama was negotiating with them, I think John Kerry was leading it with $150 billion. Do you think that's going to prevent Iran from, creating, making advancements on nuclear bombs?
Well, again, I think the nature of the regime is really why there's a lack of trust. Because even if you sign the best contract possible, what guarantees do you have that they'll be honoring that contract? It's a matter of trust. In that sense, it's not the gun, it's the finger on the trigger issue.
Why do you negotiate with a country that believes in death upon America, yet you want to release $150 billion as long as they commit to not building nuclear, not making advancements on a nuclear bomb? Why do you trust that regime?
That's a contradiction in that analysis. That's again pointing to what I'm saying. There's a flaw because you think that these people have the rationality of realpolitik in mind. They don't. They really don't. So all that stakes for them is that if my enemy is weakening, I'm going to take advantage of it. America is the enemy. America is the great Satan in the mindset of the regime, not the people, the regime. When you see Iranian students bypassing the American flag that is at the entrance of every main doors, and you've seen the footage.
They don't step on it, they walk, right.
That's a signal not to the mullahs.
Beautiful thing when you see that.
It's a signal to Mr. Biden.
That's right.
And the American people.
That's right.
As we used to say, they're not practicing their linguistic skills when they're holding signs in English or in French when they're protesting the regime. It's a signal to the outside world, which is why if you look at the Iranian people and where they stand as opposed to this regime that cannot possibly be trusted, you cannot eliminate what is the argument of people like Bibi Netanyahu when it's about an existential threat to Israel, because they know the nature of this regime. And in fact, the Israelis know that the Iranian people are so different than this regime. So do the Saudis, in my view. I think some of the Europeans are beginning to pick up on that. I sure hope that the American people already know that, because we have at least 1.5 million, if not more, Iranian Americans or people of Iranian origin living in America, and they have a chance to discover them and their thoughts about their country and what they represent, in contrast to what this regime is. What I wonder is, I don't think so many politicians today in Washington really understand it, whether they are on the Congress side or in the executive. And that's a shame, because this is the moment in time that we need America to be fully aligned to where the Iranian people want to go. When we know that outside of this, what China is trying to do, what Russia is trying to do.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. By the way, this is it, what you're talking about. They don't even want to step on the Israel flag or the American flag. When I lived in Iran, that flag to us was an idea. I didn't link it to a face. I linked it to an idea of freedom, of what it meant to dream. One day, you're watching Rocky IV, what America would one day look like. But by the way, so I'm convinced they're going to build a nuclear bomb, whether you like it or not. They're going to hide it from you. They got plenty of desert, plenty of underground stuff that they can do without even you knowing about it. So you're better off when you're negotiating with someone like that to just say, guys, what are we doing? They're going to build it anyways. No matter what you tell them not to do, they're going to build it anyways.